Alright guys, thanks for tuning in to Middle American Outdoors. Got a little something different this weekend. I'm actually gonna dabble into the gear unboxing. As you can see here, I've got the Last Chance Archery Power Press Deluxe. Full setup here. We're gonna be installing right here into the bow shop, and went all out here. We've actually got the foot control to put on, we've got the second access to put on, got the draw board, and yeah, so going to do the assembly video and just show you guys what this thing looks like. I'm pretty excited. Actually ordered this a week ago and they were saying a 3-week lead time, and it got here a couple days ago. I mean, it was about a week or a little less, so very impressive. If you guys aren't familiar with Last Chance Archery, look into them. It's out of Georgia, so American made, great quality items, good place to spend some of that stimulus money if you want to put it back into the American made company. Let's go ahead and put together this Last Chance Archery Power Press Deluxe Bow Press. Okay, so it's hard to get some good angles here. I've got angle 1, hopefully I can show you a little bit of me assembling, and then we've got angle 2 from above where you can see it going together here. So I looked through and I did not see any specific directions here. I don't think it's going to be too complicated, but I'll show you some of this stuff. So they've got the Last Chance Archery product guide here, and here we are, Power Press Deluxe. Keep that for later. And they included one of their new sticker pack here, tattoo it up. So obviously no specific directions. I believe we'll just go ahead and start with mounting the base. And for the sake of time, I did do some lining up yesterday just to make sure when I put it in this space, as you can see from above, as I pivot it, it's not going to catch the desk or anything else around it. This is about the best place for me to put this in at. So in order to put those on, little hex bolts here. Actually, I'm going to go ahead here and drill some pilot holes. Okay, so as you can see when I showed you this tabletop, I actually went ahead and reinforced this top with another layer of OSB just to make sure that it was going to hold the weight of the press with the bow on it. So now I'm just going to go ahead and put in these 4 hex bolts. Okay, so let me show you here. Just got the 4 hex bolts holding it in. Pretty sturdy. And the next thing I think we'll do is take this one axis. So the Power Press Deluxe came with the ability to have your bow on here and tip it vertically, so one axis of movement. Then it has the adapter option for the second axis. So let's get this out of there. I think we just take these little lock screws out, lose it, perfect. That's about how things go. Slide that out then, perfect. And now this is the second axis. I'm gonna have to find that screw quick. Okay, so then we'll just put this collar right back on here. Now you've got your vertical axis, and you've also got this horizontal axis to rotate your bow when you're working on it. From there, these are your levers for locking your axis in place. And they're nice, big diameter, big lever, big length lever. Makes it really easy to really lock it down and just a little bit let loose so you can move. I mean, that's kind of a problem there. You can see that. I don't know if I'm going to have to look into it more, but if you've got perfectly aligned and you want to tighten this down, you just can't. You've got to tilt this vertical axis to tighten the horizontal. Put that back in place and then tighten the vertical to see if there's a way to troubleshoot that a little bit better. So the next thing I want to do is get the power supply in place here. So this is your toe controls, and I'm hoping it's got enough cord that I can put it down here out of the way. That's gonna work. Awesome. So foot control has actually got quite a bit of cord to go from the foot control up to the motor. It's also got quite a bit of cord to go from the foot control to the computer board, and then more length even to get to a plug. Thankfully we're just going right over here, but if you needed to know that you could reach a further spot in your shop, it's definitely possible. Okay, so now we've got power to our motor, and next we're just going to put the bow arm on here. I guess so one reason I went with last chance after I would say several months of looking at different bow presses. Well, maybe first I'll answer, why do I need a bow press? So I live in a small town, and my work schedule makes it very hard to ever even get out of town to go to a bow shop, and I really want to be able to work on my bow and do more stuff with it. In the past I've used this little ratchet bow press that is meant for emergency use out in the field, and I've never felt too confident in it. And this year I've been blessed enough to be able to invest in a really nice bow, which unfortunately is not here yet. So I want to make sure I'm doing right by that bow and not risking messing that up. So I wanted to get a bow press so I could work on my own bow in my basement. I chose to go with Last Chance Archery. 1, it's made in America, and a lot of great reviews from a lot of folks that use it. 2, their fingers, I'll show you when we get to it, that hold the bow in place are very adjustable, can be used for different styles and makes of bows. Whoops. And from what I've heard, if a different style of bow or cam or something were to come out to need to be pressed differently, it sounds like they are very good at making adaptable fingers rather than building a whole new press. So that to me was very exciting. It made it seem like this would be something that would last a lifetime then. Well, let's hope we still got enough clearance there. It's looking a little tighter than I thought it should. So now we've got our bow arm on. There, maybe you can see a little better. And we've got this little tool rack for the back here. It does come with another attachable piece here to hold all your Allen wrenches, etc. I chose not to get that for now. I've got my Allen wrench set here. I'll probably put all my servings and other items in the tool tray here, but I didn't go for the optional additional tray. You can look into that if you're interested. And so then we've got these 5 fingers here. This one here is for a draw stop, but these 4 are what are going to hold your bow in place. And I'm hoping you can see up here. So real simple. These just slide under. It's got this little metal flange here. Make sure your thumb screws are flush. Push that flange down, slide your finger on. Now these are going to be that easily adjustable as far as adjusting to the width on your limb, and then turning these thumb screws is just going to give you the angle on the fingers to match your limb. You know, for me, I'm basically just pressing my one bow, so once it's set, I'll be pretty well set, but they're that easily adjustable. We'll go over here and put this other side together real quick. Okay, so I'll keep that spare finger in the back here. There it is. Okay, so here's the moment of truth. We got the motor slapped on there, and we're going to adjust the vertical and just make sure. All right, we've got a good inch or two there of clearance. So when we swing the bow, I'm not going to go this way, as you can see, because I'm going to run out of cord, but I plan to swing this way and work on my bow here. Just see how much, that's the extent of my cord. Okay. Come over here to this camera on the back side now and put in the drawboard. So it's going to go right inside the press here. They do have two different versions. Depending on which press you get, you'll just have to pay attention to which drawboard you purchase. You're just taking that little cap off and you're sliding this in, just like so. And we're going to do the same down here. So there you go. So I've had a little bit of difficulty trying to figure out how to release this drawboard. So I'm going to do what we all do and find a little YouTube video. This is from Last Chance Archery's page. Okay, so this was foolishly simple. I'd ratcheted to draw back, and then it seemed to me like it was locked, and it's just because it's got tension. So when you're pulling back, it's just not going to let you fully release. So it's that easy. So that is the fully assembled PowerPress Deluxe with the Last Chance Archery drawboard. The last thing I'm going to do here is go ahead and take which bow I have. Yes, first I'll show you if you run this out. Okay, so you can run it all the way out to about 48.5 or so, and all the way down to about 25.5 axle to axle bow. Okay, so we got these fingers lined up on the limbs. On both sides. And make sure fingers are lined up real good before pressed. Now we're going to go ahead and just slowly press. See the tension coming out of my string that easy. Now I could go ahead and work on yokes, string, peeps, whatever I need to do here, that easy. And this is a Diamond Infinite Edge Elite. It's a good 6 or 7 years old. This is my very first bow. But go ahead and hold tension and let her back out. So I think you saw just how easy that was to set up those fingers for that very, very narrow limb bow. Now let's go ahead and draw stop it. So as you can see there, Last Chance Archery even sends you with that nice rubber band to use. I'm actually going to try to slide out a little bit more. Show you. So they've got this nice extra string tied on here that, just in case that D loop were to give, this is going to protect your bow from dry fire. Okay, so you're just taking this, you're looping this around your bowstring, and then you're feeding this through your D loop. I wanted to show you the Last Chance Archery bow scale, but I don't have it tied up yet for the security. Let's bring you around here. And let you So I'll show you just how bad this bow actually was. It's got the string stops. Here we're touching on the bottom cam. In here we're a good at least 1/4 of an inch from touching. Like I said, it was my first bow, and at that time I don't think I realized just how big a role that played in all of those things. And an inexpensive bow is going to have a lot of those types of problems. So there you can see it. You know, we could measure the draw length there. Was way too short. This is at a draw length of about 27 inches, and I'm now shooting about more 29 inch draw length, but there you have it. So we'll just see how easy this lets down. It's got the tension. It's not requiring anything of you, you're just letting it down. And there it is. So anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this. It's probably a little choppy as I work through it, but there you go. There is the Last Chance Archery Power Press Deluxe. I'm very happy with this. I should have showed you with it in the press how you could just set your bow up vertical and work on it as so. One more thing I was going to show you here is with the 2-axis, you can see how I was actually able to store this essentially out of my way just by flipping vertically and then rotating toward the bench. Now I can get into my workbench without this affecting anything. And then when I'm ready to use it, I just flip this back out and up, and we're good to go. So just another cool thing with that 2-axis feature on this PowerPress Deluxe. So anyway, hope you guys will check them out. Leave some comments below what you think of this video, if we should do more of these gear unboxings. I'll probably do some videos showing you how I use this at some point. Hopefully I get that new bow in soon, and we'll be working on a bow build. Alright, thanks for checking in, guys.